transition back to our college football highlight. This week, we're talking about the Miami Redhawks. Miami Redhawks, damn good team, Jordan. Damn good team.
Yes, they are.
They did get hit a little bit by the injury bug last season, but still finished and won the MAC. If you look at it, still we've been hammering the Mid-American Conference lately. We're MAC guys ourselves. When it comes to college football, 25 will be taking over MAC programs, but they play at Yager Stadium. Their head coach Chuck Martin, 56-62, but I feel like that is a little misleading, Jordan, because they've been very good the last couple years, and they're coming off a MAC title, so I think that is a little misleading for him. Rivals are obviously the Ohio Bobcats, the Ball State, projected again to finish first in the MAC. Jordan, 7-5 record was their overall projection. The recruiting class 82nd. In terms of recruits, 22 commits, and then 132nd in the transfer portal. They actually lost some more guys to the transfer portal than they were able to bring in, but they returned their stud quarterback, Brett Gabbert. He was injured to finish the year. He is most likely projected to win MAC Player of the Year. Then they've got two really good linebackers in Matt Solpick and Ty Wise, who combined for 265 tackles last year, Jordan. That's incredible for two guys to do, and they are definitely all MAC players in their own right. And then they have a D-end, Brian Ugwa, 8 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, another guy who's going to be one of the better players defensively in the MAC.
Doug, I'm not going to lie. I thought they were going to lose their defensive end in a transfer portal.
They did lose one though, Jordan, but they were able to keep him. Yeah. But no, keep going because they lost their star receiver.
I saw that. Yeah.
But they also were able to keep their star punt returner and kick returner. So I mean they did a good job of managing the portal, and they did lose good players, but at the same time they were able to maintain and add in a couple places where you wouldn't think they would. Jordan, this season. They start the season at Northwestern, then they've got Cincinnati, they've got Notre Dame, UMass, a very, very tough non-conference schedule.
That is a gauntlet. The beginning of the season.
They went out and they definitely scheduled a hard beginning of the year. They could lose 3 of those games, Jordan, and still be they could still be in a good position in terms of the conference. I mean, look at that. At Northwestern, Cincinnati, at Notre Dame, and then they've got UMass, which is definitely a winnable game. Imagine if they could find a way to upset Cincinnati in there and set themselves up even better going forward. So, Miami, I'm gonna flash their schedule on the screen just so everybody can see it.
They could have a chance to upset Northwestern. Northwestern is kind of in a little bit of a funk and rebuild right now.
And you're not wrong. I just think that's going to be a tough one. Northwestern, they're well coached, and I will give them that. If they upset Northwestern, then they beat Cincinnati. You're talking about a massive game against Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Not guys, and I'm not saying that they're going to come out and beat Notre Dame, but it kind of builds up and makes it a game that could be moved to TV if they win those 2 games against Northwestern and Cincinnati. They're obviously going to beat Massachusetts. Toledo is a team that we're going to talk about next week. They're also in the battle to win the MAC. Eastern Michigan, Ohio's a game they're going to win. I mean, they very well could almost, finish with 8 or 9 wins with one of the harder non-conference schedules they've had in some years, Jordan. So looking forward to Miami of Ohio football. They're going to be a good team this year. We'll definitely check back in on them, Jordan. Anything else you see on there that catches your eye for Miami of Ohio?
I think you hit the nail on the head, Doug. You look at the 2 games, both at UC and Northwestern, and those are, I'm not saying it's, I think they could take one of those. I really do. Yeah. Like you said, I don't think they go into Notre Dame and win, but I think they can go to Notre Dame, make some noise if they keep it close, maybe for 2 or 3 quarters. That's a big statement for a program that lost a lot to the transfer portal, but has a veteran quarterback that can probably lead them to 1 or 2 wins during that schedule. So I think they're in a real position to kind of turn the page and turn the cornerstone of their program and under their head coach who kind of inherited a mess. Like you said, you look at his overall record as a coach, he got there and he had to build that literally from the foundation up. So he's done really a phenomenal job by bringing in recruits. The NIL game kind of it changed a lot of things for Miami of Ohio. So some of the people they did lose just kind of use them as a springboard, but that's the nature of the beast, Doug. You go to who takes you, you show off your skills, and you go to a higher program, and that's kind of what Miami went through last season. But moving forward, I think their kick returner, punt returners, probably gonna be on some route trees, gonna help us quarterback out.
Yeah, he's gonna be a big target this year.
And their defense, they did lose some, but they didn't lose both studs. I really thought they were going to lose both studs when we were kind of reading into him this week. But kudos for him staying and toughing it out. And I think they do, Doug. I think they go 1-1 when it comes to either Northwestern and Cincinnati. I think they kind of shock the world and make some noise there. And you look at Cincinnati, kind of ended the year on a mess last year. So there's kind of a vulnerable team going on. It probably will be that UC game.
Nope, I'm with you on that. That's a good point. I think personally, I think they're going to win the MAC again. And like you said, but Jordan, think about this: a MAC team is scheduled a Big Ten opponent, a Big 12 opponent, and Notre Dame. I mean, that's really important for them, And then this new world of college football, where we're having a college playoff, anything could happen. What if these guys get hot and pull off? They're not going to beat Notre Dame. They're just not. But if they beat Northwestern, Cincinnati, they're just, that almost guarantees them 10 wins and competing for a MAC title. I think it's really great. I'm excited for Miami of Ohio to repeat potentially as MAC champs. But Jordan, let's move on.
Yes, sir.
We've got news and notes. Since we missed yesterday, we got all